I can see the vision for my life so clearly. It's vivid, it's specific. I know what the highest version of myself looks like, but I'm not there yet. And I don't like it. I'm very impatient. I'm very much like Veruca and Willy Wonka. I don't care how, I want it now. I don't like the journey. I like the destination. Someone was like, "Oh, you're in the liminal space." And I was like, "What?" And the way that she described it, she's like, it's in the in-between.
Well, on the topic of healing and wellness, I wanted to highlight the Genesis House in Sedona. So it is a Black woman-owned wellness retreat. Although, let me say that
I
they have
saw this.
billed this as a wellness estate. The founder is Genesis Leforcade. She is
This bold, smart, passionate woman is also a content creator, and she has a series called Asking Mackenzie Scott to Give Me $1 billion.
oh,
New episodes drop daily, and it's essentially a campaign where she is appealing to the billionaire baddie to give $1 billion to 1,000 Black women founders.
wow.
Yes.
Okay. We're recording and we're live.
Okay. Hi.
And we're back. Hi.
You're back. We took a week off.
We had a week hiatus.
Yes.
We were literally out of office. I'm
We
taking
were
this off.
officially out of office. I think it was a great way
Hope
to
I can see.
close Black History Month.
Well, speaking of which, that is partially my out of office reply.
Oh, is it? It's probably mine too.
My out of office is Black History Month was insufficient to fully recharge my melanin. Therefore, I will be out of office for the month of March to use my Women's History Month vacation credits. Thank you.
So funny enough, mine is Happy Melanated March because you
Oh,
were playing
melanated
games
March in February.
in February.
February, y'all was playing games.
Yeah, I was playing games. It's okay.
It was insufficient. So yes, we're on the same page because
As usual. We see each other.
we see each other.
Did you enjoy your week out of office?
Well, it was in the office, but out of my regular office. It was it was in my Los Angeles office, out of my Michigan cold wintry office, and it was great. It actually showed me that I can live elsewhere and travel for what I need to do for work and
Yeah.
still it still works. So it was my first pilot trip of making sure that this location shift works as long as I can survive the winter. So this is still a beta year. This is the beta test year, but it was a beautiful time. It was just a really beautiful experience of being back in LA.
Yeah, it was a good week. The weather was doing its thing. The sun was out. There was it was very busy with a lot of celebrations.
Yeah.
NAACP, Image Awards, the event that I helped produce.
Yeah, your event was amazing. Incredible event. Hollywood Confidential. And
Yes.
Loretta Devine, oh my goodness. She dropped so many gems.
She did.
It was such a good capstone. It was the last thing I did before I left LA.
That's right. Yeah, because you
Yeah.
left the next day. But yeah, she was a treat and we got a lot of gems. So for those who don't know, like in LA, there's an event series called Hollywood Confidential that activates several times a year. It's created and founded by Steve Jones, who also has a book of the same name that's out in stores now. But essentially, it's an event series that for aspiring creatives in Hollywood. It's free to attend, and you're usually having a one night only fireside chat with some of the best in the game. And Loretta was our last installment. Last year, we did one with Mara Brock Akil. And it was beautiful to see her receive her flowers, to see those who showed up.
Literally receive her flowers.
Literally receive her flowers. And I'm just so happy that she got to see the love. The room was packed. I think it was like over 1,600 people showed up. And she got a day named after her. The city of Houston
Yeah.
named a day after her. So well deserved, and I love what I do, and, shout out to Steve for creating this platform and, having it still be around over 10 years later, still doing the thing. It was wonderful, and I actually had a chance to help with presenting an award to him for all of the work that
Yes.
he's done. So he also received a proclamation from the city of Los Angeles from the Board of Public Works. The Commissioner Faith Mitchell was there to present the presentation. So it was all around a celebratory evening, a great evening. And then we carried that celebration on into the following evening with the after party for the NAACP Image Awards, which was a lot of fun. And then Mara also received her Norman Lear Award via
Oh,
the
yeah.
PGA, so we got to celebrate her. All in all, it was a weekend where I was outside and my body did not like me for it, and I'm still recovering. So, yeah.
So it's gonna be that. Well, I left LA and wound up in San Francisco, Palo Alto, and got to spend the day at Stanford.
Cool.
And it is a whole nother world. I will say this, and
Yeah.
I think that it is important to hear this. On my ride to the airport, my Uber driver, I asked him, I said, "Do you have a startup? Because it seems like everybody here has a startup." And he's like, "Yeah, I have a startup." And I was
Mm,
like, "Oh, okay. So, tell me more." And he was like, "Well, I he's like, "I won the green card lottery and decided," and I was like, "So how did you pick you could go anywhere in this United States?" He's like, "I could go anywhere in the United States. So I decided to come to this area because I knew geographically it presented the best odds of me getting my startup off the ground and funded." And I was like, "Well, did that work out for you?" And he's like, "Yeah." And so what I realized is sometimes it is your geography. Sometimes it is your geography. The
mm,
climate, and I don't mean the climate of the weather. I mean the climate of the people. In Palo Alto is one of believing in ideas, of just funding an idea, of placing bets on people that they know and like and meet and who can articulate their vision.
mhm.
And sometimes your success or your delay of success is geographical. It's just you're just not in the right place, sis. You're just not in the right place.
Oh, Landria would agree. She
Yeah.
was in Alabama. I think she was in Houston. Let me make sure I get this. I think she was in Houston doing elevator sales and one appearance on a reality show, and now this girl's going to the Met Gala of Paris.
Right.
So you're
Sometimes,
right.
yeah. Sometimes it is just your geography. You just need to change your geography and go to the
Hmm.
place where people do what you're are looking for what you do, or who fund ideas, who are in the business of believing in something that is just at the idea stage. They're less cynical, that have more resources and more money. So it was just a
That
big
part.
lesson for me that, wow, sometimes it's literally just your geography. It has nothing to do, that's the difference maker. So I'm glad I went to LA when it was time to go to LA, and I think it's good to be here now, but it's good to move around and just see the energy and the vibe of different places.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
Good. And like I said, I was very happy that you came on a good week because
Me
the
too.
previous weeks they were so cold. Well, for LA, it was like in the 40s,
But
and
you
that
said
would
so
not have
cold
been fun.
for LA. No, no, it was nice. I got my walk on outside. I again recharged my melanin, albeit insufficiently. But you know what? I did not. I was like, did I leave Detroit light skinned and then come back caramel? Because I was like, this is not. I was so
You did
happy
get
to
an
get
epic
re.
tan. You got it.
I
You
was
had an epic
like,
tan.
I was like, I need to get reacquainted with my actual color because this is what happened. Like I left.
Hilarious.
I'm like a White Walker leaving Michigan, and I'm like,
Not
I
a
need
White
to come.
Walker.
I'm like, girl. I was like, what for me? For me. The
Oh,
chocolate,
man.
white chocolate, white brown White Walker. But I was like, what is wrong with this picture? And I was like, oh, I need to get back to my norm, my LA norm, the sun-kissed version,
Achieved. Go
melanin
on TikTok. Go on
recharged.
TikTok and see our last video, our video when we were posting who we want to interview next. You'll see it
Yeah.
was achieved. But
Chocolate.
let's get into our episode 54.
54 episodes, y'all. Thanks for rocking with us.
Yeah. Who's your
Live and
ICU girl
direct.
this week?
My ICU girl this week is an ICU Miss Lady girl, Susan Taylor, Susan L. Taylor. And we know her best from her tenure as editor in chief of Essence, which was from
Oh yeah.
1981 to 2000. But I saw a clip of her on the Tamron Hall show, and she was just dropping gems. And I thought, you know what? We highlight future in our ICU girl, but we also should highlight foundation, which we do. We highlight historical figures, but Susan L. Taylor's not a historical figure because she's still with us. She's a lively and spry 80 years young, but this is a foundation. We have future, we have historical figures, and we have foundational figures. And so I feel like Susan L. Taylor is a foundational figure of the culture. I remember her in the Spirit newsletters column in the Essence magazine, in the beginning of Essence magazine, when she was editor in chief, and she was just very much responsible for the foundation of the Essence that we know today. And she started, just a little bit of background about her, she started at Essence magazine in 1970 when the magazine was founded, and she started as a
I did not
freelance
know that.
writer.
That's crazy.
She started there as a freelance writer. She was a divorced single mother with no undergraduate degree. In her time there, she wound up going to night school at Fordham. She earned her BA, and she earned her way all the way up through the ranks of Essence magazine to its editor-in-chief position. So today she's a multi-award winning journalist. She's an honorary member of my sorority, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. And I just wanted to share a gem that this is what stopped me in my scrolling. She said that you have everything that you need for this journey of life, and that you may lose your way, but it's only to find a better way as you go along. And I thought, from
Amen.
reflecting back of 80 years of a journey, which has been just so celebrated, and such a accomplished person, to hear that from her was worth highlighting and reintroducing her to our audience. So I'll put the link in the show notes if you want to see the clip from her interview for Women's History Month. I thought that she was a good one to hear about.
I
I
love it.
see you, Miss Lady Girl.
Funny enough, I've been to her place once.
Oh,
When I went to,
really?
yeah, when I lived in New York, my former neighbor was friend is I don't mean I haven't spoken to my former neighbor in a very very long time, but she at the time was very very good friends with her, and it is exactly what you think her place is. Stunning,
Oh,
black, very well appointed in New York City. Like that was my
that.
first taste of like, ooh, this is a
Oh,
goal. And
yeah.
I she was just gorgeous, just absolutely stunning. And she was such a gracious host. Forget what we were doing there. It was myself and my
Yeah, what
former
were you
roommate.
doing there? What were you doing there?
I don't it was something. We were celebrating something.
Clearly. Sometimes you just celebrate and just being there
Probably.
because you in the door.
Yeah. I don't know what we
You're
were
like,
celebrating.
we
I
up
don't know if
in
it was a
here.
birthday or anyways, we were up there.
You up in
And
there.
we were up in there, and and it felt it was so big. I remember the condo apartment where we were was huge, and the kitchen, everything just felt so clean and pristine. It was like, this is a goal. I would think I was definitely in my 20s, early 20s. This is when I was living in Brooklyn in New York, and it was an experience. I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm in Susan Taylor's house." Like that I remember that, and she had
I love that.
her signature
Braids.
cornrow and braids and stuff,
Yes.
and like I said, I just remember her being so nice, just a really gracious host, and the food was great. I think it was like pastoral. I think there was like a wait staff there. I wanna say like No, the elevator didn't go up to her apartment. I think it went up to, and it was like 2 apartments. It was like hers and then this other person.
Oh, that okay.
Yeah, and I was like, "Ooh,
Mhm.
this is
As
how I should
and
be living."
should, and should.
Yes. So,
Mhm.
but great to see her out and about. And you know what? Now that I think about it, you said 2000, she left Essence at 2000?
In 2000.
I pr it No, it was after that. So I was like, "Was it celebrating her leaving?" No, it was after that. She was doing something. We were celebrating something. I don't remember what, but I remember I was there.
Celebrating something, and you were celebrating with her.
Yeah, we were celebrating
Okay.
something. I just don't remember. Anyways,
You're I see you, girl.
so my C girl goes out to Wilglory Tanjong.
Okay.
She is the CEO of Anima. It's a handbag brand that you've probably seen on social media. Her bags are fun. They're handmade in Dakar. I am personally waiting for the Marrakesh mini high tote to become available again because it's currently sold out. But
Oh,
that's neither here nor there. So she started her company to bring the craftsmanship from the motherland to the global stage. And
okay.
that's actually how she came across my feed, because she went to Dakar to avoid paying $16,000 in shipping fees to personally pick up the bags herself. And not only that, she fulfilled the packages herself. I was like, "Ooh, new follower. I like this."
New
So,
follower.
new follower. So I wanted to know more about her, and later found out that she was a student at Princeton University, and then she staged a sit-in at the president's office to remove Woodrow Wilson's name off of a building because he's racist, and to add Toni Morrison's name to one because she's not, obviously. That that is an example of the kind of person she is. But I know it sounds like my Mind in My Black Business segment, but it's not. This is why she is my I See You girl this week. This bold, smart, passionate woman is also a content creator, and she has a series called Asking Mackenzie Scott to Give Me $1 billion.
Oh,
New episodes drop daily, and it's essentially a campaign where she is appealing to the billionaire baddie to give $1 billion to 1,000 Black women founders.
wow.
Yes.
Okay.
So I think we're probably 8 or 9 days in. And in every video, she's building a case for why this should and need to happen. I am getting so much information from these videos. Speaking of VC, as you mentioned to your Uber driver, I
Yes,
learned that Black women generate almost $119 billion in annual revenue, but only get 0.34% in institutional funding
that's right.
via venture capitals. Oh, you
That's
knew
correct.
this?
Mhm.
Which really
I
makes
know
no
it.
no, go ahead, go ahead.
I know it both empirically and as a data point.
This thing makes no sense because Black women-owned businesses in the US grew their revenue over 103% in the last 5 years, the highest of any group. We are the
Mhm.
fastest group to start and own businesses. Now, if we had any kind of parity, meaning, we make up about 14% of the female population, so an investment should reflect that, right?
Uh,
We would add $400 billion to the US economy because we overall, as Black people, spend $2.1 trillion. In another video, she's putting a whole bunch of female VCs to task for their lack of diversity funding.
mhm.
She also did another video about a new law in California, which now requires VCs to accurately report their diversity numbers, which we will probably learn that the 0.34% is probably lower than it actually is. I knew we were the fastest growing group in businesses and starting businesses, but I didn't realize how successful we were despite the lack of resources. Which brings me to my honorable mention, because I think we might lose a Black business because of some of y'all's foolishness. Not the listeners, but the listeners probably know what I'm talking about. Anifa Mwemba of the Hanifa brand
Uh-uh.
sent an email saying that she's going to take a pause
Oh.
of her business. Are y'all
Uh,
happy now? Because when founders do this, they usually don't come back.
uh,
I've already addressed this in another TikTok, and I'm not going to talk about it any further because we got stuff to talk about today. This is a personal message for Anifa. I support you in anything you do. If this is the end, thank you for everything. I have a purse, I have a sweater. I just placed an order for another gown, and I'm okay.
yes, I'll be okay.
I'll be okay because all of the things that she experienced in the last 2 months, just read her letter. Her letter perfectly states what she's been through, and I really hope people learn from this and continue to do the research of what it takes to be a Black female business owner in the United States of America today.
Yeah,
So I see you, Anifa. I see you, Wilglory. And I do believe that Mackenzie will respond. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what she can do with the billionaire baddie to solve the issues that are facing Black female owners, business owners today.
yeah. That's really important. A couple of things that you highlighted. I used to work in the world of VC and also in corporate finance to a certain degree, early stage enterprise startup financing. And um the the lack of representation and diversity at the decision making table does translate as we see in the numbers uh to a lack of representation in those that get funded. And I can say from what I saw that a lot of it has to do with who people believe, because at the end of the day you're selling an idea, and people believe the people that they're conditioned to believe, and they believe the people who are familiar to them. And so when you come from as you're a decision maker and you come from a background that is less than diverse, as human nature dictates, you can't necessarily be trusted as a person coming from a experiencing a lack of diversity to somehow then bring diversity to your decision making and step outside of yourself, because this is all about risk perception. And so if you don't have a familiarity with a certain type of person, they're not familiar to you. So you're going to make your bets based on trying to minimize risk on those who look most familiar to you, who seem like people you know, who remind you of you, or people that you've spent the most time around. If you haven't spent your time diversely, it just follows logically that this would be a natural result. And that's what we see in the numbers and who gets funded and who does not.
Correct.
So this has to be addressed. And I'm glad that people are, I mean, I think it was Goldman Sachs has programs, but in this landscape that we're in right now, a lot of those things are being rolled back, and it's not good business. It's just not good business.
It's just not
If
good
you say the
business.
economy is its own entity worth living and dying for, then this is just about contributing to the growth of the economy. And the best business founder to bet on is a Black woman, and that's seen in numbers. That's seen in actual results and statistics, which I could pull, but I don't have them in front of me, but I have seen them. So I applaud her. I think it will be successful too. I think that enough voices contributing and rising, bringing this above the fold. So if you're listening now, check the show notes, repost the videos. I mean, why not support this sister? Why not support what she's doing? Why not?
Exactly.
Why
And
not?
why not? She's done her research and she has the numbers. What really sent me was that we would add $400 billion to the economy if
Hmm.
you just gave us the resources. And to
Right.
know that, oh, this country is not actualizing its full potential because yet again you just choose not to invest in the people that you should be investing
Oh,
in.
right.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, here we are. I mean,
Well
across the board. It's just, like,
well,
mind-blowing.
the greatest
$400,000,000,000?
natural resource that this country has is its African American women,
Okay.
okay? I mean, it's just and especially underutilized, underdeployed, under-resourced, but the natural resource that's being produced in this country is Black women. Not
Period.
it's not the oil
Period.
under the ground, honey.
But y'all gonna learn. Okay, moving on. Yeah, y'all will eventually learn.
What I'm on right now.
In the meantime, what we are on right now is so as some of you may know, and there might be some new listeners because we've gotten some new folks since our interview with Candace, but I am still grieving the loss of my mom. And in addition to prayer and meditation, regular regular walking and Pilates, I have added somatic exercises to my daily routine. Do you know what they are?
Yes. Tell me more,
Girl.
though. I wanna hear about the specifics.
Okay, so they've been incredibly helpful, especially for my mobility and easing tension in my body.
Mhm.
These exercises are really small, they're slow, they're intentional movements designed to help regulate your nervous system, release stored stress from the body. Because as y'all know, stress and grief don't live in your thoughts, that your muscles and your fascia, your breath, your breathing, all of that.
Your body remembers. Your body
Thank
keeps
you.
the score.
Your body keeps score. So I purchased a 90-day bundle called Heal Your Nervous System by Liz Tenuto. She's known as the workout witch. And what I really like about Liz's program, I know that's a funny name, isn't it? What I really like about Liz's program is that every single day it comes with an explanation. So she tells you what the movement is, but what it's designed to support. So one
Mhm.
day I did rocking, which helps with hip mobility and can signal safety to the nervous system. Another day I did a movement that was specifically designed to improve sleep and calm your nervous system before bed. And I love that it's not random. It's very intentional. It's very targeted. It's like repatterning your body, if that makes
Mhm.
sense. So if you're like me, whether you're grieving or not, but if you feel like you've been in go mode for these last several years and you want that nervous system regulation or reprogramming your muscles and such, definitely consider somatic exercises. It's not an ad, before anyone says it's not an ad. You don't have to use a workout witch, but find something like it. And I've really been getting a lot out of her bundles. And when you buy her bundle, it's for life and she will update the bundles with new videos or better quality videos. Like I just got an email today actually saying that we've upgraded the videos in your bundle. So now they're more HD. So yeah, that's what I'm on
Very
right
cool.
now. Somatic
Yeah,
exercises.
not sponsored.
Not
Uh,
sponsored.
no, I mean, but I think that's the whole point of what I'm on right now. It's like no gatekeeping. But I mean, if we did have something that was sponsored and that we would also probably it would be something that we use. I would assume, like so. But we have no sponsored products yet. But holla at some sisters if you have something that we should know about. Of course, we will test it out. And then that might need to be part of our no gatekeeping segment because look, I'm like, there's so much stuff out there at this point. It's just like, but I still have problems that need solutions. So I'm like,
Word.
I
Word.
am happy to share. I'm like, I am finding something out new every day. I'm on YouTube University. Like, honey, please tell me more about where I can solve this latest need. But anywho,
Please and thank you.
please and thank you, sis. Well, what I'm on right now. So I'm on a weight loss journey, as you know. If you've seen from a year ago till now, big difference. It has been
Yes.
30 pounds ish on the scale, but the equivalent of 60 pounds. I've been doing so many things that it's been, my dad has been a great support. I have learned so much about my body. So I wanted to talk about this because being in LA, being away from home for 10 days, I lost 2 pounds. I
What?
lost 2 pounds, and I ate everything I wanted to eat, everything I wanted to eat. Now, what I want to eat has changed, but I ate everything I wanted to eat. I had cheeseburgers, girl. I had
Yes, you
whatever
did.
I want. Yes, I did. I had every Oh, you saw me eat a cheeseburger.
I sure did, and I wanted a cheeseburger too, but I couldn't. It's okay though.
That was one of several, by the way. I was like,
Ooh,
LA has a good cheese. LA does cheeseburgers well.
it
Okay, like
does. Where was
I,
it? Where else did you get cheeseburgers
I
from?
American Beauty, the window
What is,
twice.
what is American Beauty?
Okay, they do have a vegan, not vegetarian option, but American Beauty was a steakhouse. It's on Rose in Venice, and it was a steakhouse concept. But during COVID, they opened the window just for burgers because it has an
Oh,
outside
wow.
courtyard, so people could walk up and do their
Yeah.
burger order. So then the steakhouse turned into a burger joint, but they also did an Impossible Burger that was is very good. So yeah, so it's one of the I think it's one of the best burgers in LA. It's like a smash burger, double patty, cheese, house-made pickles kind of situation, grilled onions on a brioche. I mean, I went there twice,
I
okay?
think I might
So
need to go today. Okay. Let's
but they
do
have Impossible Pad. I mean, they have,
I love
everything
this.
that you could possibly want. But it's very nice, little courtyard outside walk up and so I had those that was just the burger you saw me eat was just one of many. So, in case y'all are just
I
listening
know
to, we
that's
are
right.
actually friends in real life. So, we be
I think
we
I
be
think they
hanging
know
in person.
I
We
think they
don't
know
just
that.
record
But
these.
wouldn't it
I
we would have very good chemistry for people who actually don't like each other.
I know.
Like, I mean, I'm not an actress, but good lord.
I know. It's like, but yes, no, but we actually hang out in real life, when we're in the same city. So,
I
so yeah,
love
the
it.
burger you saw me eat was one of many, but I lost 2 pounds. So this is basically the simplified regimen. I want to talk about this, and this is what I'm on right now, and I'm thinking this works. So number one, I eat 2 to 3 boiled eggs a day. I treat them like vitamins. What's so now recent studies have shown that the cholesterol in eggs is not a problem. And then eggs now have been moved off of the naughty food list. So they're healthy again. So they have choline, which is something that we need desperately for all kinds of functions in our body. And then it's a complete protein, meaning it has all 9 essential amino acids. Essential amino acids are the 9 amino acids that our body does not make. So people don't realize, but our body is able to manufacture proteins for our needs, but proteins are made of essential of amino acids, and our body can make all of the amino acids it needs to make the proteins it needs, except for 9 essential amino acids. The 9 amino acids our body does not make, so we have to get those from foods. There are very few foods that are considered complete proteins that provide all 9 essential amino acids. Eggs is one of those complete proteins. If you look up Google complete proteins or look up in your search, whatever your search platform is, complete proteins, and then you will see the proteins that contain all 9 essential amino acids. So I think soybeans is another one. I think dairy, um, and eggs. So I eat my eggs like vitamins every day. I do 1 hour of exercise every day. That's normally it's resistance training. While I was there, I just did walking for an hour, and then and at a regular outside walking. I just walked for an hour. You could go in the mall and walk. You could go, I mean, anywhere. And
Uh-huh.
then I fasted till 11 or 12.
Mm,
I did
that
intermittent fasting.
fasting, yeah, that fasting. When was your last meal the night before?
Usually before 10. Usually
Okay, so
before
you're
10.
fasting at least 12 hours?
At least 12. And sometimes if I had a late meal, then I would try to push it back a little bit more, so I'm getting at least 12 hours of fasting in. But I'm definitely trying to push that window, like have that long fasting window at night. So I try to make my last meal, but when you can't, it's not a science on the last meal, but I'm definitely mindful of it. So I try to make my last meal at 8 o'clock. That's totally unrealistic. So usually it's around 10. After 10,
Mm.
I'm not eating. Like I'm generally not. But those 3 things were my mainstays, completely unscientific, but it seems to be working. So that's what I'm on right now. Mainly eggs. Boiled eggs, and but just three things, just having a three tent pole approach to body transformation and a recomposition, basically. And so I am detailing all of this. I've been on this exploration journey. I'm detailing it on Substack. I've been writing my little weekly essays about what I've been doing, what's been going on. So if you want to follow that journey, it's not scientific. I'm just reporting. If you want more details about that, it's on
Yeah,
Substack. My Camel Belly um Substack. My Camel Belly is my thankfully shrinking belly, but I've
I love
been
it.
affectionately calling it my camel belly. So yeah, hopefully that helps somebody.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, I can't have eggs right now because my cholesterol is high, and it's on my inflammatory food list, unfortunately. So I think last time we hung out, I told you about the anti-inflammatory diet that I've been on, which has been incredible, and still learning new things about what foods to eat, what not to eat, focusing on nutrients, focusing on upping my protein. And one of the things, if I've said this before, sorry for the broken record, I love kefir smoothies,
Mm,
and I've been doing that daily with like hemp, chia, flax seeds, and berries, and protein powder, and collagen peptides. And it's just a nice little 40 to 45 grams of protein in that one drink that I do
mm,
in the morning. It's like this n- anti-inflammatory, gut focused, gut enriched smoothie or whatever. It's great and it's very tasty. And so I find that when I do that in the morning or in later morning, early afternoons, I'm usually not hungry until dinner time. But if I get a little snackish, I'll have something that's very protein focused. I'm having fun trying out these new recipes that I usually don't have or have never tried, and they're delicious. Like my bowls are slamming. Okay.
you said your bowls, girl.
My bowls are
I
slamming.
I went to Erewhon and got one of them $20 smoothies. Okay,
See,
oh we
why would you do that to yourself? Because now you
because it's
know
tasty.
they're
I
very
like the
tasty.
chocolate, the chocolate aminos one.
I
It's
haven't tried that
very
one.
delicious. It's
Oh
very
gosh, don't
delicious.
tell
It's like
me.
a chocolate aminos.
Please don't
That's
tell
my
me.
go-to. It's like my little treat. I know. I'm like a $20, but it's like a meal, you know?
It is, but $20 for a smoothie? Come
It's
on.
not right. It's not right. But when you go when you're in LA, it's like a very LA thing to do. It's like, who does that? Who does that?
People in
It
LA,
was like one of the first things I did because I was like, this is how I know I'm in LA. Because where else can you buy a $20 smoothie?
and it really be worth it.
And then feel like you did something right, like you were doing something, like, you know what I mean? Right,
Exactly.
exactly, and it's worth and you'd be like, "Yeah, that was worth it, that was I feel very healthy."
Very well, when you drink it, you're like, "This can't be that healthy," but it is very, very,
It was
very
actually
good.
it's very healthy, it has, like, frozen cauliflower rice in it and amino acids and chocolate and stuff, it's good.
Stuff. And stuff.
And stuff.
Anyway, let's move on to minding my black business.
Minding my black business.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, on the topic of healing and wellness, I wanted to highlight the Genesis House in Sedona. So it is a Black woman owned wellness retreat. Although, let me say that
I
they have
saw this.
billed this as a wellness estate.
Yes, I
Okay. I'm
saw this.
like,
Please. I was gonna
it's
talk about it too,
very
but then
fancy.
I decided to talk about something else. But
See,
please
because we're
share.
aligned.
Yeah,
We're
we're mind
aligned.
meld. Yes,
We're
yes.
mindful. So yes, so it is a wellness estate that is not just retreat, darling. Like, don't get it twisted. So the founder is Genesis Lefourcade. Now I hope I'm pronouncing her last name correctly. You know how I am with this.
A for
Unfortunately,
effort.
I think that's right. And she is of Black and Asian descent, so this double brown. She is a double brown sister that is
Yes.
doing her thing. So the design of the retreat is very much a celebration of both of her cultures, and you can see the Asian influence in the design. And so this came across my timeline courtesy of Aisha Beasley. So she's a Black woman content creator who's focused on her hometown of Arizona, and she was did a 3-day retreat at the Genesis House. And I'm just saying, it was what I saw looked amazing. They had a welcome drink that was like this purple I guess it's maybe butterfly pea concoction. Like it looked amazing. They had all of the food and drink is included, but it's not like drinks like Cabo drinks. It's
Yes.
not that kind of all inclusive. Okay,
Right.
it's like teas and green juice and water.
It's wellness. It's all about
It's
wellness.
I mean, I'm well in Cabo, let me just get that straight, but I'm just saying it's a different kind of wellness. It's a different kind of wellness. So, um, if you need to detox from from your activities, then this would be a place to go. They also have
Oh my
sound healing
goodness.
and yoga. They have a studio. I did an amazing sound bath in LA, by the way, that was
You
celebrating
said,
the
yeah.
the fire horse year, and it was like closing out the previous cycle. I just happened to stumble upon this thing. It was amazing. It was outside. So it was my first real sound bath, and I realized that you're supposed to lay down or lie down. And I did not do that right. So at Genesis House, you can lie in the pool. They do sound healings
Ooh.
poolside, and you can actually float in the pool while they do the sound bath. So when I saw that, I was like, now see, a sister has learned her lesson from from this person. I was like, why is everybody bringing yoga mats? But now I know now. So yes, but this is next level floating in the pool. Now that I have done a sound bath, if you've never done a sound bath, I highly recommend it. It was very transformational. It was an experience that is one of those things you kind of have to do to understand. It felt like a rejuvenation in just an hour. It did feel like a closure of one thing and entering into another. And at the beginning, they asked us, this is in
Mm.
LA, not in Genesis House, but they asked, what do you want to let go of? And I said, I wanted to let go of all seasons of struggle.
I know that's right.
I'm done with that. I'm like, I want to be in abundance. I want to be in my era of service. I want to be in my era of creative expression. So I'm really done with the struggle, the forging. I don't need any more struggle informed creativity.
Yeah, we're done with that. That's where we've closed that chapter. I
Right,
love that for
exactly.
you.
Exactly. I love that for me too. So anyway, back to Genesis House. So all of these things, it's in one place. And I feel like it's just really beautiful. This is our era of rejuvenation. And I think for some people who might be a little bit afraid to travel or worried, given the climate that we're in, this is stateside, it's domestic, it's in Sedona, Arizona, and you can support a sister's business. So
I love it.
that is my mind in my back business
Yeah,
for
it
this week.
definitely crossed on my algorithm too, on my radar. So I'll definitely be checking it out to see when I can get there. Not if, but when.
But when?
Okay.
True that.
Right up my alley. But until then, I need our New York listeners, our New York City listeners to do me a favor. And I need you to go to Marquette Restaurant in Chelsea. This restaurant was recently opened by Michelin award-winning British chef India Doris. She used to be the chef at this restaurant called Saga, which also is Michelin starred. Oh no, Marquette is not Michelin starred, but Saga had 2 Michelin stars.
So you have a Michelin starred chef.
A Michelin star chef. The cuisine at Marquette is basically fine dining Caribbean.
Oh,
Okay. It's glowing reviews, but unfortunately, they're having a hard time finding folks to talk about the restaurant. They wanted to get creators to go to the restaurants and do content, but some of them wanted to get paid thousands of dollars. So this content creator, he goes by Dottie Snacks, Daadi Snacks, all one word. He did a
daddy.
review, Dottie. He did a review for free. And he went to the restaurant when they were doing like a $60 restaurant week thing. And it looked scrumptious. He had a salt cod fritter with red pepper aioli, a half-pound piri piri chicken. He had blood orange cheesecake. They also have duck fat fries with caviar and braised oxtail gratin. Has a cocktail
Really?
lounge called the Argyle, which is downstairs. So I'm gonna need y'all to go support this queen and tell me what to do. And then I'm going to put this on my list of places to go to the next time I go to New York City, which will hopefully be sometime in May for my reunion for college. And if that is the case, that will be one of the first stops that I go to because the food looked absolutely divine. It's called Marquette Restaurant. It's in Chelsea. The chef is India Doris. And please go have a duck fat fry with caviar
Oh
for
my
me.
God, a duck fat fry with caviar,
Yes,
girl.
girl. Duck fat fries with
Go
caviar.
have one for me too. Please let us know what this is, what it do, because I'm headed there on my next trip to New York too, which should be relatively soon. I
Love
always
it.
find myself in New York. I'm like, why am I here? I don't. I'm sorry for all the New Yorkers. I love y'all. I just don't love your city, but that's okay. It's okay.
No, but
Every place ain't for everybody.
our boy Zoran is there, so we gotta support Mr. Mamdani, Mr.
Maybe I'll
Mayor.
love it. I did feel like the air was different when I went the last time. I'm like, I just not. If anybody knows me, they know I'm not the biggest fan of New York. I'm always talking, but I do when I get there though. Then I change. I feel differently, and then when I get back, then I'm like, eh. But yeah, this is a good reason. Good reason to look forward to going. Inevitably, I will
Yeah,
find myself there.
I'm really big on traveling for food. Like, I would hop on a plane if I really had the time to go
Really?
and just oh, absolutely. Absolutely. To
Is
support
New
the
York
queen,
where I'm going?
I
I
just
don't
know that I'll be there
know.
in May. But, I wish I could go sooner because I really wanna try this
I
food.
mean that is a reason to look forward to being in the city. I mean, there's a lot of food places I like in New York. I will say. I will say. It's just I don't
Yes,
know.
ma'am.
It's just not. I mean, every place isn't for everybody. Like I said, it might be your geography, sis. For me, just wasn't my home.
And for you, New York City and it. New York City,
New York's not my home.
I loved living there. I miss it from time to time. It's really because of the energy, but I don't miss the weather. But again, Mayor Mamdani doing his thing with the snow removal.
Right.
I'm like, th- eh, mm,
Yeah, I remember
you know,
trudging through the snow in New York. I lived there for 2 years, and I was like I just remember it was one of them snowstorms, and I was like, I'm out of here. I'm out.
honestly,
I
that's why I
called the
left.
moving company that day. I was like, "Yes, I will be moving." They were like, "Do you have a date? Do you have a destination for" I was like, "I don't, but I'm gonna be moving." I just wanna reserve the
You're like,
dates.
I am
3
done.
months from now, I am out of here. I was though. I did. I moved to
Yeah,
California 3 months after that, but I was like, "Just reserve this date." I don't know. I don't have a destination yet, but I know I'm out of here. I'm leaving here.
that is hilarious. I lived there for almost 15 years, and the last 2 years, there was a snowpocalypse and a
That
snowmageddon, and I
yeah.
was like, I'm done. And then
Was
I
that
promptly moved to LA.
2016?
Yeah,
That
2016,
was
I
when I
moved.
moved. Okay, so this
We were on the same page. We
sick.
we we see each other. We were
We
like,
see each
nope.
other.
I was like, I was
Yeah.
done. I was like,
I
I'm
was
ready
like
to go.
I was like, "This ain't it."
I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
But Mom Donnie almost was like, almost. I was like, I could move back. If the city's doing this, almost.
Again, this will be one of the
Keyword
cities that I visit. I love you, New York, from
Oh
afar.
man. Let's get into Jesus Take the Wheel.
It's all you, Goo.
Girl,
It's
I
all
was
you.
on Threads the other day, as I usually am, and I came across a term that made me sit up in my chair. Have you heard of something called an alpine divorce? No?
No.
Okay. Well, apparently an alpine divorce is when a man or a significant other could, because it's been happening to everybody. A significant other takes you somewhere remote, like hiking in the woods, mountains, in the nature, and then leaves you there.
What you
No
mean?
ride. No, what do you mean? They take you there to nature and then they leave you there. They say some stuff to you and then they go, "We're breaking up." And then they leave you there. Or they don't even tell you that they're breaking up. They just disappear. No ride, no way back, you just out in
What?
the
What
open.
is the point of that?
That's what
Are
I
they
was like,
going to go steal your stuff? Like,
a
what are they?
girl, I
Is
don't
it a head
know.
start? What?
I don't
It's
know, but
like I'm going to come from this mountain and find you. Like this is not
no,
a good idea.
the purpose is instead of saying, "Hey, this isn't working," y'all are packing a trail mix and engineering
You said
a, a
packing some
breakup
trail mix. What?
in the wilderness. I was like, what in the Dateline
So
NBC is going on here?
so it's like instead of using words, I'm going to show you through actions. They're trying to get the other person to break up with them. They're gonna do
This
something
woman
so
said,
egregious.
women are just too afraid to call it attempted murder. That's why it's called an alpine divorce. That's what she said. Are y'all okay?
This is what?
Because therapy is right there. It has copays now, which makes it what? Affordable. Why
I
are
said, "Are
we
y'all okay?"
why are we rebranding this? This is not the fact that this is casually being discussed online is a real problem. Like, this is a thing. This is why are we normalizing behavior that looks like the opening episodes of 48 Hours? The
I am
first 48, not 48
confused.
Hours, not the movie, but the first 48. You know the A&E show, The First 48?
Yes, I'm confused. I
It's
don't know why would we do what are we talking
why are
about?
we calling it
Why
Alpine
does it have a name?
Divorce?
What why does this have a
That's
name?
what I'm saying. You guys are so uncomfortable with direct communication that you would rather ghost someone
In the
physically
wilderness. What happened
in
to
the
ghosting on the
wild.
phone? What happened to just ghosting in the same city?
Girl,
What happened? What
if
happened
y-
to just regular ghosting?
if
Like
you
just don't
can't
respond.
verbalize why this relationship isn't for you, you probably shouldn't be in one, period.
What
Stranding
is
someone
happening?
in nature because you're scared to use your words, y'all are bugging. Okay?
If
Y'all are
somebody
bugging.
invites me camping, pretty much this is a no. Like I'll just be like, you know what? No, just break up with me now. I know what this is. This is called alpine divorce. I'm not going camping with you.
Okay?
No, no. The answer is no.
Crazy. I'm
No.
gonna link the thread, and y'all gonna see it had 7,000 likes. It had 800
This is
comments or some like
people are
people
like
were
this happened to me.
yes. Yes.
Girl,
Some of them
what?
are like, this happened to me. This person actually detailed a situation where the girl asked him a line of questioning, and it was set up like it was clear it was a trap. She's like, so the thing that you said is not me. We're done here. And then she walked away. Yeah. Alpine divorce.
Okay.
That's what's going on today. Anyway, that's my Jesus take
What?
the wheel.
Why can't it just be that girl? You got it this week. I don't have a Jesus take the wheel for this week. You know,
We can move on, but let's go into health and
no,
healing.
we should. We should. I also don't really have health and healing this week. I will chime into yours, but again, my sister's on some deadlines, so
Oh, cool. Because I do have something. Actually, this is something that I'm actively working. We're always actively working through our stuff on this podcast.
we
Anyways,
are.
for my health and healing this week, I want to talk about learning to love being in the liminal space.
Oh, I like this. Being in the chrysalis is what I call it. When you're in the
Oh, I
goo.
like that. I like that. This is
Mhm.
something that I'm actively struggling with. So, to recap for the new listeners, I left my job in December of 2025. I was running television at a production company called Project X. It's the production company behind the Scream movies, Ready or Not, and the Netflix series, The Night Agent.
Top 10 series of all
Top 10 series of
time.
all time. Still, and season 3 is still in top 10, so check it out. Anyway, on paper, dream job. In reality, I realized I wasn't living my dream life. So I left because I discovered that joy is not something you earn or gain at the end. It's something that should be part of your day-to-day strategy in living, whether it's personally and professionally. So that's what I set out to do. Okay. So now I know what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay. I can see the vision for my life so clearly. It's vivid, it's specific. I know what the highest version of myself looks like, but I'm not there yet. And I don't like it. I'm very impatient. I'm hella
Mm.
impatient. I'm like
Mhm.
Veruca.
Aries,
Yes, the plight of
my
the
Aries
Aries.
sister.
I am very much like Veruca and Willy Wonka. I don't care how, I want it now. I don't like the journey. I like the destination. I have no problems looking back at the journey once it's done, but being in it, the uncertainty, mm-mm. Mm-mm, I don't like it. And someone was like, "Oh, you're in the liminal space." And I was like, What?" And the way that she described it, she's like, "It's in the in between." And the way that I can visualize it for y'all, it's like I'm in a hallway and I'm in between where I was and who I'm becoming, and there are all these doors in the hallway, right? And I'm learning that there are gems in this hallway.
Mhm.
Okay. So, for example, January, one door was January and it was filled with rest. Then the other door is February, where I continue to have a little rest, but I got a little antsy. So I did a little something, something about it. And now I'm in March. And now I'm like, okay, what are we doing? Like,
Mhm.
let's go. But I'm used to the go, 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 go. I'm used to that. I'm starting to realize that the constant motion is not actually it's not great. It's part of the problem. Okay.
Mhm.
And this season is about slowing down. I'm meditating. I'm learning about somatic exercises. So look, if I didn't slow down, I wouldn't have learned about somatic exercises. I'm tuning in and I'm learning that if I don't slow down now, I may build the next version of a life with the same energy I had before, and I don't want that. I don't want to build something that isn't aligned with how I want to show up in the world. So, I'm learning that in this space, the reason why I want something so badly is because my future self already has it,
Mm. Now that's
s
a word.
right? So, I'm like, "Relax, Nicole." Your future self already has it, so you just need to enjoy this time that you're in. So be uh, visualize, be intentional behind what you're visualizing. If you can hold it in your head, you can hold it in your hand,
That's really, really important. And
right?
for manifesting, for being in a space between the vision and the realization of the vision, all kinds of ideas get offered to you as alternatives. Because I do feel like the universe is a forever expanding entity or is an expanding entity. And all of these ideas that get offered to you create new pathways and opportunities. But when you have clarity about what you want, your most powerful weapon is no. And then recentering in your vision and your
Exactly.
idea. And part of that no means the rejection of the idea of failure, the rejection of the idea of it's not going to work, the
Right.
rejection of the idea of it looks like it's not working out. Those are all ideas as alternatives that get presented to you that you have the opportunity to say no to. That's what I've realized along the way is like my most powerful weapon in that space of uncertainty is always no,
Uh-huh.
because I'm being offered alternatives to my vision in that space.
Amen. So this liminal space is where you become the version of yourself who
Mhm.
can sustain it,
Mhm.
right? So that's where I'm at. I'm still impatient, but I'm
Girl,
trying to be impatient mindfully.
mindful impatience. I mean, you got to be you. You know what this reminds me of too? When I first moved to LA, and I was kind of feeling my way around, and I graduated from law school, ton of law school debt, and was had already taken an alternative career path to my law firm offer that I had for a permanent job, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, have I ruined my life?"
Right.
And it was so discouraging because I hadn't gotten my first real job, and I had taken the bar. I was waiting for the bar results, and I was just like, "Oh my gosh, I'm not making money. All my classmates have figured themselves out, and here I am floating." And I there's do you remember Agape? I went to Agape.
Oh, yeah, the church here, yeah. Mhm,
Yeah, and it
mhm.
was like my higher self was like, "Go to Agape." I had never gone. This was my first time going, and I had always had in the back of my mind, "I'm gonna go one of these days, I'm gonna go to Agape and check it out." And I put it off, was kinda depressed actually, and, like, it was a hot mess. And so something was like, "No matter what you do, you get yourself to Agape on Sunday." It was like my inch interval. I was like, okay, fine. So I go. This is crazy. So I go, and Inyala Van Zant is the speaker that day, and she says. So the topic of her talk was well, well, well. And before she started speaking, she said, "There's somebody here who's really gotten themselves in a world of trouble. Like, and this message is for you. But all I ask is the next time you come looking for answers, that you pray that those answers come after 3 a.m."
Mocha agrees.
Yeah, Mocha agrees. Of course, every time.
Every time you speak a truth.
Every time. But she
Wow,
was
she
like, but
said that?
she said, yeah, she was like, I would just ask that because she's like, I've been up since 3 o'clock in the morning with this message. And so the message was, well, well, well. And it was the message of Daniel in the well from the Bible, thrown in the lion's den. And she said, when you're in the darkness, that you're being prepared in that space for what is to come. Like your brightest days are
Wow.
but in that darkness and in that well and in that uncertainty and is all of the forging that happens to prepare you for what's coming next.
Mhm. Mhm, that's
And
a word.
it was, and I always remember that. Even in moments of extreme uncertainty and craziness, crazy transitions, I just always hear well, well, well. I always hear well, well, well. That's just
That message
those.
was for you, I love that.
I felt like it was for me. I mean, maybe it was for other people too, but I was just like, it seemed like it was an appointment. It was like somebody was like, meet me here. Be here at this day and time and place. Okay. Cause
Yeah.
here's what you need to hear. And so I got myself there, but it was like, you have to show up. You have to go this day at this time. And I had no idea who the speaker was. I had no idea. I just was like, okay, I'll go to Agape. Well, well,
Wow.
well. But yeah.
But look how you go back to that, right?
Mhm.
You go back to the well.
The well.
I'll be here all night, folks. I think that is I think messages like that are so I just love that. I love when they pierce you and they stay with
Mhm.
you and you can always go back to it. And that's why Jeremiah 29:11 is like my
Yep.
favorite verse because I got that verse impressed upon me at a very low point in my life. And that has always stayed with me. There's another one called it's an Acts, I just don't remember the chapter, but in him we live and have our being, and that's another life verse for me too.
Mhm.
So, they stay with you. They stick with you and stay with you. You may not remember everything that you're going through, but there are moments where things like that stand out that you thankfully there's a little nuggets that you can save in your back pocket and pull out whenever you need it. So I'm
Yeah.
glad you were getting that. And I think I'm getting them now too. I'm getting additional nuggets now too. So I'm actually reading Psalm 23 daily. That's a
Yeah.
challenge that I saw that someone was doing that I was like, maybe I should do that too. And I feel very much at peace, even though every day is a new thing. And this space that I'm in right now, this liminal space in between. So I'm just going to take it one day at a time and try my best to be patient and enjoy the journey. But still while pressing on to get to the version of me that I really want to be. And I know when I get there, it'll be all the sweeter, and we just gonna be living it up. Because that version of me, child, you won't be able to tell her nothing. You can't tell me nothing now, but you definitely can't tell me nothing when I get to
That other
the other
version.
end of the hallway.
That her. Mm. Girl, I feel like it's a journey though. It'll be like a journey. And once you get to that hurt, then you'll be like onto some other
Not too much journey. Not too much
challenge.
journey. Not too much.
You said that too much. You said that too much. Remember our ICU girl Susan L. Taylor. She said, "You have
That's right.
everything you need. Life is a journey, and you have everything you need
That's right.
along the way."
That's right. Well, let's wrap
Well,
up.
okay,
Let's
let's
wrap it
wrap.
up.
We're at what's good. What's
We're at what's
good?
good. Do you have anything this week for what's
I
good?
do. I do.
Okay.
Okay, so here's
What
my
you
what's
got?
good. Johnny Burgos. So I be putting you on the music. Remember Olivia Dean? I'm just gonna hang my little hat on.
Mhm.
Cause I put y'all on a long time ago. Okay. But Johnny Virgo. So I'm gonna put the link in the show notes. This brother, and I use brother expansively because I'm not really sure he's a brother. Let me tell you why.
Oh,
Because he
okay.
said, because the sound is smooth. It's like Jamiroquai, neo soul, very, very soulful, very demure, very cutesy. I really loved hearing his song clip, and he was like in a blizzard in his like winter
Mm.
outfits. But he described himself. Now he's from Brooklyn. He was born in Brooklyn, but he described himself as a mix of Jamiroquai, a dash of JT, as in Justin Timberlake, over a pot of 90s hip hop and neo soul. Now, nobody nobody who was a brother. Like no brother is comparing himself to Justin Timberlake. So that was my
Hilarious.
only clue where I was like, this is this is a small B brother, not capital B brother. So anyway, but he's very soulful. And I suggest that you check out Johnny Burgos because I thought I was digging it. And I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like he's onto something. And
Why
if
is
you're,
JT catching strays?
I mean, but I'm just saying who compares themselves to Justin Timberlake?
I mean, look, say
That's
what you
is a
want.
soul singer? Nobody.
Okay,
Who?
I'll give you that. No, you're right. No one's calling JT a soul
They'd
singer,
be
but he
like
is
D'Angelo. They
talented.
would be like he is, but nobody said nobody.
You okay? You're right. I'll give you that.
Said nobody.
Yeah,
So
he is.
unless that
JT is just.
I'm just saying. I'm like said no. So
I'm
I
not a
know what it
JT
is.
apologist, but dang, he is getting it the last couple of years.
I mean, but I'm just like who would be
I
like
understand. I
you
understand.
would be
No, I get you.
like Music Soul Child. You would be like D'Angelo. You
You're
would be
right.
like
You're right.
nobody. So we
I
know.
I still be bumping
I
Future
feel like
Sex Love Sound.
he's
So
just being respectful. I feel like he's just like this is my lane. And I'm like, so I'm with it.
okay, I'm gonna check out Johnny Virgo. Thank you so much for that.
It's good.
Moving
It's really good. I mean,
on.
I'm just saying, keep your eye out on this brother.
I will. I will.
Mhm.
Remember,
Mhm.
it's not a capital B, it's a
It's a little
baby
bit.
B.
It's a little bit, but but
Hey, just because he said JT. Okay, moving
he's
on.
at the picnic. He's at the picnic.
Michael B. Jordan winning the actor.
Capital B, capital B.
oh, God. Michael B. Jordan winning the actor award this past weekend is my what's
Yes.
good. The cast also winning the actor award this past weekend is also my what's good. After the catastrophe of what happened at the BAFTAs, which was partially the reason why we didn't want to do our episode, because I was just like, I don't have it in me. I don't have it in me. Because that really upset me. It was
It
and
was
amongst
horrible.
other things, but that one really upset me. We had such a joyous weekend to wrap up Black History Month with the NAACP Image Awards. And as I mentioned earlier, Mara Brocker Keel getting honored with the Norman Lear Award. And watching Michael B. Jordan accept the actor award was really awesome because there's been a lot of chatter online about whether or not Sinners was going to get the love at the Oscars, which it doesn't need, but because it
Mhm.
got loved up on many
Box
different
office
things.
and yes.
Box office, image awards, critics, all the joints. There's an award season, there's about 1,000 things to be awarded, and Sinners has been doing very well. Let's
Mm.
not get this twisted. Sinners have been performing very well. So seeing Michael win the award and the cast win the award at the SAG Awards this last weekend was phenomenal. Someone mentioned, did anyone notice that Stack accepted the Image Award because he was wearing red, and that Smoke accepted the Actor Award because he was wearing blue?
I
Now,
didn't realize
I don't know how
that.
y'all be picking up on stuff like that, but y'all are hella perceptive. So it was just great to see that, and seeing the reactions from Viola, from Samuel L. Jackson, Delroy's speech, Wound Me's speech. They're all phenomenals. And I think after watching them win the actor awards, we are probably a bit more optimistic about the Oscars because the voting academies are very similar. So I'm
Mhm.
crossing toes and fingers. I think campaigning has wrapped as well, so all we can do is wait. The Oscars, I think, are not this weekend, but the following weekend, March 15th. So I'm really
We gonna
hoping
see.
that Sinners gets a lot of bit of something, and not again, not that it needs it,
Well, it
but
legitimizes the Oscars if they do acknowledge it.
that is
If they
true.
don't, then they
Then
just
we know it's
delegitimize
full of shit.
themselves.
That's right.
Yes, that
We
only
kinda already
reflects
knew,
on
but yeah.
them. It does not. I mean, because it already is what it is. So it's just like either y'all acknowledge it
Yeah.
or you don't. And then, but we all see, we all saw, we all know.
And what's really cool is as there's some voting members that are going online, one of them being Dr. Peter Weller, who we know as RoboCop. He is like PhD level professor type of guy outside of the acting that he's done in the past. And he did this whole thing on social about Buddy Guy, about the movie, about its importance. And he was like, I'm a voting member of the Academy. I understand why this movie is important. We all should know why this movie is important on so many levels. So they're definitely getting the support that are outside of the community for
Mhm.
sure. For sure. I would just really hope it shows up on Sunday and not just like costume, not that I'm not trying to minimize, but
Mhm.
in the categories that
What it
are
should
that really
be.
matter,
What
like
it should be.
I think he's nominated for directing, if I'm not mistaken, but like
Mm.
screenplay, actor, like Woon Me and Delroy for their supporting categories, Michael in best actor categories, costume, obviously, cinematography, I believe. I think this is the most nominated movie in Academy history,
Mhm.
most nominated. It's surpassed Titanic, so I'm really hoping they clean up. So that's
I
my what's
am
good this
too.
weekend.
I here's another little quip about what's good, which like for a little laugh. So when I was in LA after the BAFTA fiasco,
Mhm.
I remember as Michael B. Jordan, and it was Delroy Lindo who exhibited such grace and class in the face of such wretched behavior. And I thought for some reason it was Coleman Domingo. I know. I don't know how I got Del Rolindo and Como Domingo mixed up. I mean, kind of like Spanish name. I don't know.
Lindo
Yeah, that's
Domingo.
blame it on that, right? So I was like,
Girl.
I got it mixed up though. I did. So I'm driving down the road in my little EV and I see Coleman Domingo like getting in his car on the street. Now this is a major street, right? Again, confused. Delroy Lindo, Como Domingo, coming off of the BAFTA fiasco. I rolled down my window. I'm like, now I got my like red flowy clip-ins and I'm looking crazy. I'm like bright flame red hair. I'm like, I love you, Coleman. Screamed out the window, right? He like looked to me, but I thought I was counteracting, societal hate with community love. That's what I thought I was doing. I was like, I just screamed. I was like at the top of my lungs. I love you, Coleman. And he like turned to me. He was like, I love you too. And he like blew me a kiss. And I was like, I
Well, at
just felt like
least you said the right name.
I did. Yeah, but I thought that's what had happened. I thought I was in a moment of counteracting. You know what I mean? I was like, let me be for the culture. Let me give this man some love. So anyway, that
Coleman
was
deserves love too, even though he
he
wasn't on the
does.
stage. So
Yeah,
I'm happy about that. But
exactly.
that's hilarious that you
That's
thought it was
hilarious. I
Coleman.
know. I thought it was Coleman Domingo and Michael B. Jordan.
You're like Barbara from Abbott Elementary, just be confusing people.
I was confused.
It's a brain fart. It's okay.
I know. I mean,
The
like
intent was there.
the intent was there. So I'm just saying, show some love anyway. That's my final word. Show some love anyway.
That's your final word. Show some love anyway. Okay. Well, my final word is because the universe be knowing, also on threads. Learn how to have peace in the place you didn't want to be in before God moves you forward.
Oh, I love that.
Legit showed up in my algorithm. I was like,
Following from health and healing.
yes. I was thinking these things. I didn't say it out loud, so you can be like, oh, your phone picked up on what you were saying. No, It didn't.
I think it's reading thoughts at this point, but you know, it is what it is.
Maybe it is.
It's fine. It's fine.
I wouldn't be surprised. Anyway, we're
Whatever.
gonna end this conversation there before I start talking about my conspiracy theories. Guys, thank you so much for listening. We really appreciate you guys, and we look forward
Yes.
to coming back next week.
We'll see you next week. And if you check us out, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, leave us a comment. If there's somebody that you email us, if you think there's someone we should interview.
Yes, because we are putting
now
the feelers out, and we've gotten
Yeah.
some exciting responses. So
We have some exciting episodes coming up, some exciting interviews. So if there's
Mm.
somebody that we should interview, let us know.
And also, Candace posted there's a season 2 for her series. So
Hey, we need the updates. If you didn't check out, it was that episode 52,
Notifications.
our first interview episode with Shy Girls Fly,
Yes.
Candace, and I just it was so much more than an update. It was part of her story about her Korean barista, but it was so much bigger than that. It is something you should not miss. If you're listening to this, you did
Yes.
not listen to episode 52,
So
go
many
back.
gems.
Go back and listen to that episode.
So many gems.
One of our favorite episodes we've done so far.
Mm-hmm. More to
All right.
come.
More to come.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.